How you doing? This is Neil from Digital Canvas. You can check the link in the description. I have other free videos there. Right, so in this video I want to discuss the difference between a male and female, and then we'll do a drawing exercise. And that's gonna be cool. I'm gonna do it live for you guys and see how it's done, and then hopefully you guys will want to upload video responses of you doing it. That'd be cool. So yeah, I'd like to check that out. See you guys doing the exercise too. It'd be kind of neato. Right, so the main differences, I'm just going to cover them really quickly, and then I'll kind of go through them more when we go through the drawing exercise. I'll point them out as I'm doing the sketch really quick. Notice the things are the same. If she was a little bit taller, their chins would be matched up, their collarbones matched up, their belly buttons matched up, their crotches, their knees, and their ankles. Now vertically, not much matches up. Her shoulders are much thinner. They're much more narrower. So if you would imagine the upper shape that you would draw for her, it'd be like an oval, or it'd be this kind of triangle like this, but it's a thin triangle, upside down triangle with a thinner top. The guy's upside down triangle comes way big up here. And then he almost has like this circle kind of becoming part of the triangle because of his, what are these called? Wing muscles or trapezoids or something? Or are these your trapezoids? I don't know. I don't remember all that crap. I just know what they look like. So you have his neck muscles here, and then his wing muscles. So the main differences, besides the bulkiness, that a man has more muscles than a woman, I'm going to point them out as I'm already doing. Her neck is thinner. Her collarbone is the same. It starts with the same. It's not lower than his, but it kind of comes up more into the top of the shoulder, so it has a slight V shape to it. And this does mean you can drop it just a little bit, which can make the girl have a more elegant looking neck. The woman's neck will look longer because it's thinner, and because of the way the collarbones are, that they come at a V. His collarbones are horizontal, come straight across, whether his arms out or down. Same with her, out or down, it's at a V. The next major difference, which you can see, is the bottom of his breasts line up with her nipples. And so her breast comes down half of her breast comes down below where his chest would be. So if this was a female, her breast would end right about here, where his like bottom of his first abs are. The next huge difference, obviously, is the lines here that you would draw. For a female, you'd have this thin rib cage. So she has a thin rib cage because their whole body's thin. He has this wide barrel rib cage. So his comes way out like that, where hers comes more narrow, like a V almost, and his is more like upside down U. And then it comes out for his wing muscles. Notice when you view it from the side, you can't even see her side yet. You can really see his, and you have to come way out. And I know it's also because I'm at an angle, but notice that, she doesn't have them as much. So definitely from straight on and almost at a 3/4 angle, you'll just barely see any of the side of her side there. And from the front view, you'll see none of her side. So her armpits disappear into the breast right there. And you won't see him unless she has an arm raised or you kind of at an angle. And his, you can see it coming right up into there where his armpit would disappear. You can't see it with a female. And notice that you can see some of his side here. You can't see none of her side when her arm's down. You can't even see her side when her arm's out. It disappears right into her breast. Remember that line right there, that shape right there. That's an important shape to remember for the female. Right, so I'm lollygagging. I'm just trying to cover the major things here real quick. Remember that right here and here below the belly button, there's her hip bone. So you remember there's two lines here to remember. Diagonal that comes up here to the belly button, like that. So you can imagine this kind of triangle, and then another one coming off to right about here, and that's like her love handle, which from the side view kind of comes into the thigh. A guy's love handle starts right above the belly button where her hourglass curve starts, and then it comes out just below the belly button, and then you can imagine a diagonal line running to the crotch. That's how you can kind of remember what that muscle looks like. And then his legs come out, and his widest part is way below the crotch, almost halfway to the knee, where the thigh is coming out the widest, and that's only if he has thick thighs like this guy does, muscular. Where the girl's widest part from the front view is just below her crotch right there. And so the next major difference is her, from right up by her belly button, she has a slight angle coming down, and then it comes out, and her hips are almost as wide as her shoulders. His hips are thinner than his shoulders, even with a thin guy. And then it comes out like that, so this hourglass shape. And then he doesn't have that hourglass shape. And that's the main that really adds a woman's likeness. You can always tell a man that's trying to look like a female because he can't change this. Look at his torso. Like you're on YouTube videos, you want to know, hey, am I looking at a man or woman? Make sure they're showing their torso and you'll know right away. This section right here. Okay, so anyway, those are the main differences so far, and then I just want to point out one more is the inside thigh. You have this thigh, it goes long, small, long, or long, short, long. Whereas a female is opposite, short, long. So this part here, this like M shape here, this bird, distant bird shape or slight, it's not really an M, but like a bird shape in the sky, So hers is short, long. His is long, short. That's the main difference. But you want to memorize this shape here. You have this bird shape, and then you have this M kind of like that. Then you have it here as well, except on the outside, you notice there's this almost straight line here. With a female, it's a lot shorter than a man. Notice the man's knee, it's longer, and you can like really see that. Whereas a female, it's shorter, but it's still there. It doesn't, this side is like a point, and this side has a slight, almost like a curve like that. Okay, so those are the major differences. Let's get started with the exercise. Right, so you guys should be able to see this fairly easy. So start with the sketch of a male, and we're going to turn it into a female, understanding the difference between male and female. I'm going to try turning it down just a little bit more. Hopefully you guys can still see it. I imagine you can. I'm going to pick black now. And so knowing the differences, I can actually come in and begin doing that. So I know that a woman's breast is I'm going to have this like heart shape. I always remember that when I'm drawing a female from the front is she has this kind of heart shape here. And I made that one a little bit too big, so something like that. And for the back, she has a heart shape too for her butt. This was the back. Her heart shape goes like that. And I'm thinking we're attracted to heart shapes, whether they're upside down or not. We like these heart shapes, and that's why we like the breast and butt, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to start her collarbone a little bit lower if I can have that angle. Her neck is going to be just a little bit thinner. And then I'm going to have, where it's going to come in like that. Her head, her jaw would be a little bit thinner than a guy's as well. I'm just going to kind of draw something like, because I'm not really worried about the face. Oops. Okay. Hold on a second. I know like having this here is annoying to some people, but why? It doesn't block anything I'm doing, so don't worry about it. It's no big deal. You don't have to freak out about it. You don't have to like go, oh, I'm not going to watch the video, or I can't watch it, because remember that shape I told you like that? Because that muscle, that comes up like that. And then you would have, like her arm coming out. I like doing almost straight arms for females, and then you'd have like part of her armpit coming down like that. And then remember her shoulders are much, it stops at about, her muscle there stops at about the nipple, where the nipples would be. So I'm trying to do this quick. I don't have much more time, so that comes like that more. I'm just going to kind of draw a little bit above the belly button. Remember that side, there's that difference there where this side comes out like that, so you have that cool shape. Starting from the, remember that you have this kind of slight triangle that comes down like that. And then I'm going to imagine this coming all the way up like so. Oh man, I'm not going to have enough time to do this, but you want to come out, start from here, and you want to start making that, hip shape with a wider part there. And their knees are going to come in a little bit more than a man's. Remember the difference here, she has this longer muscle here, and then, shorter here. I exaggerated that too much, and then she has that line that comes like that. If you just imagine that line like that. I'm going to be out of time, so I thought I'd have more time to do the exercise, but you can see where I was going with that. Alright, so I went ahead and fixed it up real quick, and I'm going to watch what happens when we disappear the guy. This should have come out a little bit more, but I didn't fix that. And then, so guy into girl. So this is the exercise I want you to try. Take a sketch of a guy and turn it into a girl. Alright, thank you for watching. subscribe if you want.